It's LaShawnna Stanley from Ethnicity Models, and I'd like to give a shout out to Mogul Media TV.
MogulMediaTV.com with LaShawnna Stanley, CEO of Ethnicity Model. So, let's get into it. Let the world know where you're from.
I'm actually originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I've been residing in Miami, Florida for 10 years now. What gave me the desire to be an entrepreneur? I feel I was an entrepreneur. It was born in me from childhood. I would babysit, shovel snow, sell candy. My mom dated a guy that sold fireworks, and I would get fireworks from him and break the packs down and sell them to the kids on the block. You know, they couldn't afford a whole pack, so I would break them down and sell them to them for a nickel and stuff like that. So it's always been something I was born an entrepreneur. I didn't really come back to that realization till later in life, because you're taught that you should be, work and go to college and work a corporate job. But it was always in my spirit to be creative and innovative and work for myself.
I read somewhere that you was a single mother at the age of 15. Is that true?
I was a single mom at the age of 15, which is odd because I was always like the good kid that got good grades and snitched on everybody because I was scared to get beat. So I'm like trying to tell to make sure I wasn't caught up in that drama. And then I did get pregnant at the age of 15. It was actually the first year that freshmen started going to high school with the upperclassmen, the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And I was getting all this attention from this junior guy. And now I realize I was caught up on the intention of that, growing up without a father, and the guy's giving you all this attention, and you're young, and you kind of get caught up. So I had a kid at 15, and in the inner city where I was from, they kind of write you off. And I saw Iyanla Van Zant on Monique's show the other day, and she had a very similar situation. They write you off, and I feel like that write-off kind of gives you motivation or ambition, depending on who you are, what's in your soul, to push harder, to prove the world wrong, and to beat the odds and prove everybody that you're not wrote off, life is not ruined and not over. So I think that helped me be as aggressive and ambitious as I am.
So you are the founder and CEO of Ethnicity Models. Your agency is flush with gorgeous faces. How did you come up with the whole concept of the whole agency, the whole talent casting modeling agency?
Well, straight out of high school, I couldn't really go to college and take care of a kid and work and not. My whole goal was to prove, because they were telling me you're going to be on welfare. Your life is over. So my whole thing in my mind, I'm watching a mother grow up on welfare and being angry because the welfare check isn't there, and not being able to get certain things, and scrambling at the end of the month to feed your kids. And working for the stock market, I was very fortunate because you do get profit sharing, and you can invest in stocks and things for a very low, small amount of money. And 10 years after doing that, my entrepreneur spirit just couldn't take it anymore. So I kind of took that 10 years in corporate America as my college, because I learned a lot. And I opened a clothing boutique. I quit my job and took my profit sharing and opened a clothing boutique, which it really wasn't enough money to open a full boutique, but I opened it up with a couple of racks and sold that and got a couple more racks, and it kind of grew from that. And I thought a great idea to promote the store was to have beautiful models modeling, doing fashion shows at the most popular spots, the clubs or what have you in Kansas City, to advertise the store. So the models that I was selecting were more real models with curves. I felt like the clothes that I had for my boutique looked better on girls with curves. So I would select beautiful models with curves that weren't 5'10" and size 2 like the typical model. And in doing that, I came up with the modeling troupe, the boutique LaShawnna modeling troupe, and we go around and do shows and stuff like that.
And this is out in Kansas.
This is in Kansas City.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is from Kansas City. Do you hear that?
Kansas.
Amazing.
Where Dorothy's from. Click my hair. But and I always like a diverse group of girls. It's just something that came natural. I wanted to model back in the day, and there was no lane for girls that were my height and my size. But I like the way the clothes look on girls my height and my size, so those are the type of models that I selected for the boutique. And I would always try to mix it up. So I had a really hot white girl, and I had a really chocolate girl, and then I had a mixed girl that was Italian and black. And I would do photo shoots with the store and advertise the store, and we would sit around trying to brainstorm to come up with a name for the modeling troupe. and we couldn't come up. So there has to be one word that just clicks. We couldn't come up with anything. I've never heard of the word ethnicity growing up in the Midwest. It's just not a word. It's what's your race, your nationality, are you black, white, or Mexican? So I had this picture in my shop. It was the white girl, the black girl. I still have that picture, by the way. White girl, the black girl, and the Italian and black girl. And I'm dusting my shop, and this word comes in my head. I feel like it was God giving me the word. And I was dusting. I said, ethnicity. I said, that's it. I didn't even know what the word meant, if it was a word. So I went home that night and I looked up in a dictionary, and it said the first definition was ethnic pride. And it had an example. What's your ethnic pride? So it's like, what is your ethnicity? What's in your blood veins? What are you? What are you proud to be made up of? So I'm going around. I got the word ethnicity.